guys, welcome to
the brand new podcast, Young and in Love. Young and in Love.
Young and in Love.
This is the podcast, Young and in Love. Hello, young lovers, and welcome to another episode of Young and in Love. Young and in Love. Again, I'm Josh.
And I'm Taylor.
We're the Andersons. And this is Young and in Love. Young and in Love. Young and in Love.
Young and in Love.
This is Young and in Love. Welcome to yet another episode of the podcast, Young and in Love. I'm your host, Josh, along with my wife, Tay.
Hey.
Today we will be talking about, in general, a life update. More specifically, number 1, our Adventure Challenge Scrapbook. Number 2, Tay's life updates. Number 3, Josh's life updates. Number 4, General Conference. And number 5, rebranding of the podcast. So hang tight and stay alert because we're coming in quick. Oh, part 1. We're talking about our Adventure Challenge Couples Edition Scrapbook, which, to summarize, it's a scrapbook, a scratch-off scrapbook that's full of numerous date ideas underneath a scratch-off type sticker. So whenever you feel like doing a date, you can open the book, go to a specific category, scratch off one of the dates that tells you how much money you're going to spend, how much time you need, and what time of the day you should do it. And then once you scratch it off, you have to do the date. And for a full description, you guys can revisit episode 17, where we partnered up with the Adventure Challenge, which you can see it right there on the video, if you're watching on YouTube. And then, yeah, you can revisit episode 17 and learn a little bit more about the Adventure Challenge. But we're going to recap because we've recently finished the introduction section called The Beginning, which you have to do the first 4 dates before you can do any other dates in the book. So we have officially finished those, and we're just going to give a little bit of recap as to what we thought. So do you want to talk a little bit about each of the dates that we did?
Yeah.
Just real brief, like what we did on the dates. And then your favorite one or a positive insight you had.
Yeah, so our very first date, have to look to see what we did. Oh, we were supposed to create coupons, like couples coupons, but we already have some, so we didn't like make our own, but we did come up with like things that we could do just to improve on to make our like life more exciting for one another, which was cool. And we have a really cute picture. All of these are really cute pictures. And then we went on a picnic and we made some journals and we made a little like memory keepsake box, which is super cute. And my favorite out of the 4, was probably the picnic. The picnic was really fun, and we're gonna make that a tradition from here on out. So.
Oh yeah, because that was on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
So we have now officially decided to make Easter Sunday picnics a family tradition.
Yeah,
which is
so
nice.
that's cool.
Any positive insight about the book so far that you can give?
I really like it. I mean, I think it's nice because there's different like categories. So depending on like your budget or like your time or just what you want to do, you can go to that category and you don't know what to expect. So you don't really have any like preconceived like notions about anything. So you just like scratch it off and you're like, oh, all right. Like, I guess this is what you're doing. Like, you don't have any time to like stew on it or like really be like, oh, I don't know, I don't really want to do that. You know, you just sort of do it, which I think that's nice.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. What I really like is that they're unique ideas. So whether we're crafting something on our own or our date for this week that we have to do is we're going to a bowling alley, and instead of competing to see who can get the most points, we're supposed to put the bumpers up and see who can get the least amount of points.
Yeah, super fun. I'm excited for this one. It's funny.
So I think it's going to be really funny and really different, and that's what we really love about this book is that it brings out the creativity in each and one of us, and it allows us to get outside of our comfort zone. And we're really happy that they decided to partner up with us here on the podcast. And we really encourage any of you to go out and check out their website, check out their Instagram page at @theadventure_challenge. They always do features on their stories of people doing dates, and they also have a friends edition. So if you're not in a relationship but you have a best friend that you want to get to know better and to spend time together, you can check out that book as well on their website.
So my life has gotten a lot busier these past few weeks, which is just another reason why we haven't been around so often. We've been trying to figure out this whole new schedule of both of ours, with Josh switching from basketball to baseball, and then me just picking up more clientele and things picking up speed a lot more quick than I was anticipating, which isn't a bad thing. It's really exciting. But yeah, I have a few exciting business trips that I'm going on for my coaching business. So I'm going to Indianapolis in July just to go to a big conference, and I'm going to learn from a bunch of successful leaders in the business and just be able to connect with a bunch of like-minded people who all have the same goals and like outlooks on life as I do, which I think will be really refreshing. And I'm really excited because one of the speakers that are coming to talk to us is Rachel Hollis, and I really like her books. I haven't read her new book yet, but I want to. And I don't remember who the other speaker is, but I'm sure they will be great. And then I'm picking up a lot of clients on like the daily, which is a good thing. I really like helping other women and helping them reach their goals and just being an active part of their life and helping them improve themselves for the better. And if you guys want to follow along to learn about like my coaching business, or to follow up on my fitness journey, and just see what I'm up to in life, you can give me a follow at tayren_fit. That's TAYRENN_FIT on Instagram. I use that a lot more than my personal page, so if you want to catch up with me, go there. Oh yeah, and then I'm also nannying for another family now. So there's a baby boy. He's like 11 months old, as cute as can be. He's super happy and cheery all the time, and I'm just always in a good mood going into work to just be with him all day. And then I'm doing school too on the side, trying to keep up with it. All of my friends at UC are graduating next week, and I'm so excited for them. And I'm sad that I'm not there, but that's okay, because I'll be done eventually. But yeah, that's all for me.
All right, and as for me, Tay has mentioned a couple things already, talking about how our life is getting a little busier. Not really. I've just sort of traded things off. I didn't really add anything new to my life, so yet. The first one, and probably the most exciting, is that I was officially accepted into the graduate program at the Boston Architectural College for my Master's of Architecture. So that is super exciting. The school is what's called an IPAL school. IPAL is IPAL. It stands for Integrated Path to Architectural Licensure, which is just really fancy words to mean that while I'm at school and studying for my Master's of Architecture, I can also study for the architectural registration exams. So essentially, I'll just graduate with my Master's of Architecture as well as being a licensed architect if I pass all of the registration exams. But that is exhilarating, knowing that I can put the two together, and very satisfying, so that I don't have to go to 2 years of school and then another 6 months to pass all the tests. as Tay mentioned before, I went to tryouts for the men's adult baseball league here in Jacksonville and was drafted to the Jacksonville Rippers. So I have officially started that season. Tryouts were mid-March, and then we had our first game last Wednesday. So we are on the roll and doing well as a team. I really like the guys, and it's good to be back on the field and swinging the bat. It's a wood bat league, so yeah, it's nice. The crack of the bat, the whiz of the ball. I got to pitch a little bit in our preseason game, which was tough but humbling, which is nice. And I'm getting about two at bats per game, so that's good. Number 3, I got a promotion at work, which was awesome. It's official now. They sent out the company newsletter and updated my email signature so I can officially tell people, which is exciting. I used to be an analyst, and I have been promoted to consultant, which makes my explanation of what I do at work a whole lot easier, because I can now just tell people that I'm an architectural consultant. Or I think I'm just going to start telling people that I'm an architect, because it's just such a hassle to explain the fact that I'm not allowed to call myself an architect because I'm not a licensed architect. It's whatever.
But you're going to.
Yeah, I'm going to be an architect. So I'm just going to start telling people that I work in architecture, so that if they have a job, reach out, because I'm your man. I can take care of it, satisfy all your architectural needs. Anywhere in the country, by the way, or internationally, if you really want to. I speak Portuguese fluently, so if you need an architect who speaks Portuguese, I'm here. The 4th one is upcoming trips. So I didn't realize this until I started writing them down for this podcast, that we have a lot of trips coming up. So I'm just going to rattle them off here. Try and keep up if you can. We're going to Disney in June, Disney World, with my family. Whole family reunion. Everybody's coming. Liz from Utah, Stephanie from North Carolina, and all the folks from Ohio. Oh, and then Nick from Idaho.
Yeah.
So can't leave out Nick, or he'll talk my ear off next time we're playing video games. Then we're going to be in Virginia in July. We're going to be in Cincinnati and Boston in August. So that's 2 separate trips in August. Fortaleza, Brazil in November. Cleveland in December. And Atlanta and Miami somewhere in between, before the end of September, because we got to get in those baseball games. New stadiums. We're within 4 hours driving distance. Got to do it. So there it is.
Probably a bunch of mini trips even in between that. We're in such a convenient location here in Jacksonville, and we're so close to like many things that we like to go on little weekend trips or even day trips on like a Saturday. So we do those all the time. So there'll be lots of those.
Yeah. So that's the update for me. So recap: graduate school in August. That starts August 1st for my Master's of Architecture. I'm on a baseball team, and that goes from April through July. I think the playoffs are in August as well. And then I got a promotion at work. And then we got Disney in June, Virginia in July, Cincinnati and Boston in August, Fortaleza in November, Cleveland in December, and Atlanta and Miami in between. Swag. Dab. Cool dab.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's not
not an announcement.
Yeah, not a pregnancy.
Don't look into it.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you guys. We're going to take a quick moment and highlight one of our sponsors, Anchor.
So if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain.
It's free. all you need to do is download their app or visit their website, which is anchor.fm.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
They will literally take care of all of the distribution services, so all you have to do on the day of is hit publish. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone using the app or computer if you'd much rather just use the website.
You can even make money from your podcast without even having one listener.
Yeah, without a single listener, they'll find sponsors that are willing to give you a chance and give you a shot at making money.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So all we ask is that if you have a story to tell or a message to share, that you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. When I had an idea to start a podcast, I had no idea where to start. But I had listened to Candace and Casey's Couples Therapy, and they had mentioned an app called Anchor. And I was really intrigued to see how really simple it could be to make a podcast.
Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means that you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad.
So if you always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's Anchor, as in ANCHOR.FM/START to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. I can't wait to hear your guys' podcasts. All right, and Tay's got her coaching gig going on the Instagrams. So check that out at @TayRen_fit. She spelled it for you. And she's always accepting new clientele. And also she does like free training sessions all the time, like 14 days to...
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I don't know when this is going to be posted, but I have another free group starting May 5th. So this upcoming Sunday, and you'll get to have a 2-week free trial. So you have access to all over 700 workouts and your own customized meal plan. You'll have access to me as your coach to train you one-on-one, answer any questions you have during those 2 weeks. You can access all the workouts from your home, off your computer, your TV, your laptop, any smart device. And yeah, I mean, it's a great time. You'll get recipes and have a chance to win giveaways and prizes and see what it's all about.
And even if you're not, or even if you're listening to this after May 5th, still reach out to her because these things happen all the time.
I do them all the time.
And then she's nannying for a new family, which is dope. They're an awesome family. And her schooling, as per usual, that might go on forever.
For real.
So if you haven't noticed so far, or if I do a bad job at editing this audio, you probably won't notice, or you will notice because the audio is different, that we got new microphones. So this is our rebranding section.
Yeah, we're no longer in our closet.
Right. So we are in the dining room, the dining nook inside of our 1-bedroom apartment. And we got new microphones. So hopefully it sounds as good. Hopefully we sound more present within your earbuds. And along with that, since we are no longer in our closet, there's been a lot of people who have asked us for video. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you obviously already know. But if you aren't watching this on YouTube, we have now started a YouTube channel. I haven't actually set it up yet, but it takes like 3 seconds to set up. So it'll be up this week. And we'll post it on our Instagram story, as well as an Instagram post and a tweet, as well as our Facebook page. So all the social medias will let you know when that YouTube channel is live, and you can go and see the video, which we have a camera right there, which is overlooking both of us. We have my phone right here, which is recording Taylor. And then usually I can get my webcam to work so it records me, but it's not working today, so we'll figure it out. Yeah, new microphones. We got video. There's new cover art. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see that we have a new profile pic. And then on wherever you're listening to the... Are you looking for this? I don't know what.
That.
Oh. So if you're listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, you can go back and take a look at the new photo. I had a really fun time taking that picture. So I turned my desk into a photography studio and was balancing my laptop on its ultimate brightness with a perfect white screen to try and get a more white light in our yellow apartment. And yeah, it was quite an interesting time. So go check that out. Give it a like. As well as a new purpose. So when we started this podcast, we talked about how we were going to focus a lot on love and what it takes to have a loving relationship, and like what we're doing and how we're going about it. And we've just really come to the conclusion that like we're not gurus of love. We aren't perfect, and we're no experts, and it's not really our expertise. So instead of just sharing a bunch of other people's knowledge on relationships, we decided to just forego that limit or that limitation on our podcast and just share our expertise of our own life, share our interests, share our passions with you guys, and share the experiences that we have in life. So this is now more specifically an audio journal of our life versus just love life. The podcast is still going to be called Young and in Love because we're still young and we're still in love. So there's that. And we are just going to share this journey with you guys. And speaking of the journey, recently in our journey, we attended didn't really attend because it's a international broadcast called General Conference which is a semi-annual conference held by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, of which we are members. And it's where our leaders speak on various topics of the gospel and the teachings of the church and teachings of Jesus Christ, and they share those with the membership worldwide and anyone else who would like to listen in. It's a big news weekend in Salt Lake City because all the newspapers cover it. They want to know what the Mormon Church is doing. We're trying to stay away from that nickname and just refer to the church as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints from here on out. And that is because we want to refocus everyone's attention back on the fact that it is the Church of Jesus Christ and no one else. So we are just going to share some quick thoughts and quotes from General Conference, and Tay's going to lead us off with her favorite quote/thought. Take it away.
Yeah. So my favorite quote was from Elder McKay, and he said, "Above all, God's love is immediate. Even our sins, though they may separate us from His Spirit for a time, cannot separate us from the constancy.
Yeah.
Is that right? Constancy and immediacy of His divine paternal love."
Thoughts?
Yeah. I don't know. I really like this because, like, even though, I mean, we're all human, nobody except for Jesus was perfect. So we're all going to sin. We're all going to mess up. But even though we could have, like, the biggest sin, like, the biggest screw up, God's love is always going to be there, like, for us. and it's only like us and like our sin that separates us from him, but he's never separated from us. He's always with us, even though we make mistakes. It's just us having to repent and change in order to find our way back to him, but he's always going to be there waiting for us. And we just have to accept him and let him in.
Somebody tried to call me, so it stopped recording.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. My thought and a challenge to you, all our listeners, is a rhetorical question, but you feel free to reach out to us on social media or email if you really want to answer the question for us, and we could share it next episode. Which is a question that was proposed during the Saturday the Saturday evening session, which is a general priesthood session. And the question talks about opportunity cost. And for those who don't know what an opportunity cost is, it is the sacrificial consequence or cost of taking one opportunity over another. For example, if I wanted to get better, or if I wanted to be better at eating less candy or eating less sugar, we'll just say eating less sugar, but I go to an Easter activity and there's plenty of candy around. When I go to this activity, I'll have the opportunity to eat candy. And if I eat that candy, it is now costing me on my overall goal to eat less sugar. So the opportunity cost of eating that candy is great because it's setting me back from attaining my goal to cut back on sugars. So the question is, and the question for all of you, our listeners, is what is the opportunity cost of every activity you do? So think about all the goals that you have in your life and what you want to achieve, whether they be short-term or long-term goals. And think about what the opportunity costs of those activities are. So what do you have to do and what do you have to sacrifice and what time do you have to set aside in order to achieve those goals? And then think about what you actually do on a day-to-day basis, whether it be binge watching Netflix or going to the gym or going to work, and what types of costs are coming or what type of expenses are coming that are keeping you from attaining your overall goal or your dreams. And then really assess those costs and think about whether or not they're worth it. And if they're not worth it, I encourage you to change, to set aside or to focus on those activities and to sacrifice them so that you can start investing in activities that will benefit your overall goals instead of detract from them. And if that helps you, or if something that Taylor helped you, reach out to us on social media again, because we love to hear from you guys. Speaking of which, we got a really nice compliment from one of our friends this week, and I'd like Taylor to share that, from our friend Kat, who lives here in Jacksonville with us.
She said, "Hey, I just listened to your podcast episode, Love at Home. That's my favorite episode y'all have done. Nice job." Thanks, Kat.
So we really appreciate when you guys reach out, because we do these for us and we do them as an audio journal, but just knowing that we can help those around us with what little experiences we share or insights that we share, it always warms our heart and lets us know that you guys are out there listening. So thanks again for listening and for your support. Make sure to check out the Adventure Challenge on Instagram and their website, which is www.theadventurechallenge.com. We're going to put up an official review on their Instagram soon, and you guys can check out that review on their Instagram as well as other awesome products that they have. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at YoungLovePC. That's the same tag on all social medias, so that is the @ symbol YoungLovePC, as in podcast. And as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and never stop falling in love.